Hi guys, welcome back to the Homespun Annie channel. So in this ASMR video, I am going to do another magazine flip through, and this time it is going to be the latest country living for August and September of 2024. But before I begin, if you could please head down and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I have my eye on that 1,000 subscriber mark and I'm almost there. But then of course, I also would love to grow way beyond 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you enjoy my ASMR videos or any of my other videos, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, so what I'm gonna do with this ASMR flip through, I'm gonna flip through like I normally do with soft-spoken commentary, I guess you could say. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna go back and just silently flip through the magazine, focusing on just the sounds of flipping the pages. I've had several people say how much they love the sounds of the pages turning, and so I'm going to do that at the end, and I'll put a timestamp in the description for when that starts. If you just really love just the sound of the pages turning and no soft-spoken commentary. So I'm going to see how that goes. And if you like that, please let me know in the comments below. So let's get into it. So this one is called The Joy of Color, because beige is for the birds. So, and to start off with, I don't know if you can tell, I've been painting again today, and I tried to get most of the stuff off, but my nails look a little, anyways, I probably shouldn't have said anything because you probably wouldn't notice, but anyway, I'm painting again. So I'm now working on the kitchen door corner of my kitchen, getting that painted, and of course I am making a video of that, which will be coming out on, so not this Sunday, so this Sunday is August 4th, it'll be the following Sunday, which I think is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, wait, 5, 6, 7, I'm trying to think in my head. So the 11th or the 12th, whichever. So Sunday, August 11th or 12th. And yeah. So that video will be coming out, and I'm having so much fun painting. And I'm doing little bite-sized chunks here and there, so I'm not getting overwhelmed if I try to do like the entire living room area at once or the entire kitchen at once. I know I will get completely overwhelmed. So yeah, anyway, okay. So this edition is all about color, so I have a feeling it's going to be very, very pretty, all the colors that they share. And I love this, just a bunch of different teacups hanging on a wall. Nest. Perfectly imperfect. Gardens gone wild. Whether borderline unruly or just a wee bit neglected, There's something about a lush, late summer cottage garden that speaks to the beauty of letting nature run its course. Take note, even decorum-minded expert Emily Post had a soft spot for wayward vines and riotous color, as shown at her former home in Edgartown, Massachusetts. Someday I will have a cottage garden. I absolutely love the idea of a cottage garden. There's something slightly wild about it. And yeah. And usually there's like herbs, sometimes even vegetables mixed in with all the flowers, and it's just kind of just a hodgepodge of a little bit of everything. And yeah, I just love that idea. I grew a few flowers on my deck this year, just some violas, which are kind of mini pansies, and some trailing lobelia, some petunias, and what else? I did some basil and rosemary. Just a few little things. Wow, look at this. This, I don't know if you can see it. This countertop is a lavender color. I've never seen a countertop that color before. That's really interesting. I mean, it's a really pretty color. A cheerful eat-in kitchen, known for her vibrant use of color. Designer Frances Merrill gives a New England fixer-upper a lively and light-hearted refresh. I'm trying to see. Oh, lilac countertops. Yeah, that's lilac. Made of lava stone, the sleek countertops are coated in a custom lilac enamel. It felt unexpected, says Frances. It's definitely unexpected, but very cool, very unique. The sunny side of the street. Picture yourself on the sunny side of the street. From traditional cottages to classic farmhouses, these golden oldies serve up historic charm with a side of a welcoming curb appeal. This is a very cute little house. Looks like, to me this looks like something out of a fairy tale. In Danielsville, Georgia. $349,900. A trio of peaked gables and a red front door charm up this picturesque Gothic revival, surrounded by towering pecan and magnolia trees. And then over here we have $259,000 in Selma, Alabama. Rock your cares away on the welcoming porch of this historic property. Then $825,000 Sheffield. Is MA? Oh my goodness, I don't remember. Is that Massachusetts? I think that's Massachusetts. This stately Greek Revival home showcases 1800s craftsmanship around every corner, including an L-shaped staircase. $375,000, built in 1880, Palestine, Texas. The delicate gingerbread trim on this Victorian beauty is only the beginning. Inside you'll find fine details such as original hardwood floors, built-in cabinetry, and a wide crown molding. And then down here is $750,000 Sharon Springs, New York. Welcome to a dreamy rural retreat with a garden, mountain views, and a stocked pond. This was built in 1890. I'm guessing this is an addition. To me, this looks like this was the original house, and then this is an addition for sure. Okay. Built in 1853. $359,900, Johnson, Rhode Island. This charming little Cape Cod style farmhouse sits on a picturesque 4 acres. And then built in 1900, Morristown, New Jersey. This gorgeous Victorian is made for gathering inside and out. The updated home has a big front porch, an oversized deck, a spacious white kitchen with a breakfast nook. Excuse me. Out back, 5 o'clock somewhere. When you're surrounded by a fun-loving flock and lush gardens featuring cocktail-friendly ingredients, backyard happy hour comes easy. Oh my goodness. This little chicken. So cute. The setting, a 30 by 30 foot garden with raised and in-ground beds ablaze with zinnias, marigolds, and other edible flowers. Oh my goodness, the chicken coop. Inside the chicken coop, there's wallpaper. This little fancy chicken wallpaper. That is so cute. It's kind of funny though, like when it's, it is cute to see the chickens wandering around, but I see the chicken on the deck furniture, the patio furniture, and I just think, oh no, it's gonna poop on it. Because chickens poop everywhere, wherever they go. See, exactly. This picture right here. It has been 0 days since someone pooped in the fountain. Yep. Wherever you let your chickens go, they're gonna poop. Hunt. Antiques and treasures for a more collected life. In with the old rainbow connection. From paint-stained palettes to speckled kitchen bowls, these vibrant vintage finds will help you look on the bright side. Main attraction. Originating in the forest-filled province of Dalarna, Sweden, a region known for furniture making, Dala horses date back to the 17th century. It's believed they were carved from leftover wood scraps as toys for village children. Over the decades, artisans began to paint the pieces, red being the most traditional color, and embellish them in a floral folk art style known as cribbets. Today, the prices range from $100 for horses created after 1950 up to $1,000 for larger century-old finds. Wow. I'm going to start looking for these when I go antiquing, because I feel like I've seen them occasionally. So, that'd be something fun to find, and they are very cool. Although, I don't know if I'd pay $100. But still, I'll look. It's kind of fun to find stuff like that. Look at all the colors. String theory. Used to aid in ordering for both professional tailors and hobbyist sewers. Thread color cards showcase samples with product names and numbers. Vintage versions also help tell the story of sewing's evolution, such as Clark's ONT catalogs, which display this right here, which display a 6-cord soft finish thread designed in the late 1880s for use in a new product, the at-home sewing machine. Today, collections of cards from the early 20th century can be stitched together for as little as $15 a piece. Bowled over. As newly suburban families began entertaining outdoors, durable melamine, a type of resin tableware, became increasingly commonplace in the late 1940s. Train your eye. To verify authenticity, look on the bottom for a raised Texas Wear logo and a number that indicates size. That's cool. I love learning things like that because when you go antiquing, it's really fun to be able to identify if something is real or just replicated or something like that. And so I'm slowly but surely learning how to identify different antiques and if they're actually authentic. So yeah, I love that little tidbit for these if I ever see anything like this. To know how to identify it. Block party. Designed to promote creative play, wooden blocks have been nursery school staples for centuries. For vintage versions that will look equally charming on a coffee table, search for parquetry sets created for schools by Developmental Learning Materials, DLM, in the 1960s. Cool. Old blocks. What is it? What is it worth? Our team of antiques expert weighs in on your treasured finds. 1930s Northwestern gumball machine. Engineer Emerson Bolin opened Northwestern Corp. in Morris, Illinois in 1909 and began developing coin-operated vending machines of all types. The company introduced its first gumball machines in the early 1930s. Referred to as penny vends, the 1-cent price was the norm until the 1950s, when nickel machines began to appear. What it's worth, $400 to $600. Train your eye. A glass globe indicates a machine was likely made before 1950, when plastic globes began to bubble up to discourage vandalism. I found the circus banner folded up in the top of my parents' closet and took it with me to college. I'd love to know its origins. It's worth $25. Folk art basket. Does this painted bucket have any value? It's about 18 inches across. $50 due to wear of paint and lack of signature. So although your cute bucket is not marked, we can definitely say it's in the Peter Hunt style. My husband and I bought this cabinet for $35 around 1967 while we were on a family vacation in Iowa. What it's worth, $1,000. Antiques Roadshow executive producer Marsha Bemko shared your piece with appraiser Ken Farmer, who tells us it is an oak countertop spool cabinet designed by Massachusetts-based Merrick Thread Company and used for display in a country or variety store. Interesting. Gather. Ideas and recipes to savor every season. Farm fresh ears to you. Toss a few cobs of sweet corn in your market tote because this versatile vegetable is the cream of the crop. They called it a vegetable. I'm pretty sure I've heard that corn is actually a grain. But probably one of those ones, right? That we, tomato. From the farm to your table. Fresh corn bun cake, grilled corn, and chipotle salsa. I love grilled corn. Love grilled corn. But of course, since we're doing low carb, corn, unfortunately, is not low carb. But we went and had dinner with some friends the other night, and she made a grilled corn salad that had just, summer veggies in it, and it was so fresh, and I enjoyed a little bit, and I loved it. It was so good. So sometimes you have to just enjoy good food that's made for you, even when you're doing low carb. So otherwise, it's not sustainable. You have to keep it sustainable. Okay. And there are worse things that you can eat than corn. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Picnics and parties. Feast in the field. When entrepreneur Mariana Barron hosts a get-together in Round Top, Texas, you know you're in for a lively, layered table and a spirited good time. Baked mac and cheese with poblanos, slow cooker pulled pork, green salad with pepitas and queso fresco, hatch, chili, and scallion hush puppies. And of course, I'm looking at all the textiles. The little bits of fabric used for napkins and even their dresses. Table talk. Mariana and her mother, Amparo Trevino, gather with fellow movers and makers. Very cute. Oh, I love this. These different little jars and glass vases for flowers. Very cute. Fried apple hand pies. Well, that sounds good. Inspired by Woodruff's Pie Shop in Monroe, Virginia. At this family-owned cafe, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Angela Scott resurrected her parents' shop, which they ran for 30 years, and now her twin sisters, Darnell and Darnett, and husband Larry work alongside her. Their apple pie is renowned, including this handy eat-on-the-go version. A hint of lemon renders a fruity filling that tastes as crisp as a sun-dappled afternoon. And then, of course, I'm looking at the little table runner underneath. And this really cute. This is definitely vintage enamelware. I have some that my aunt gave me. This white with the red trim on it. Some vintage. There's a percolator and a little pot and a couple dishes. And then there's actually a big basin that was my grandma's that she used for doing laundry. And I actually have a picture of her hanging up in my laundry room. It's a black and white picture. And she's hanging up cloth diapers. And, I mean, she would have been in her early 20s. Very early 20s. And that basin is hanging up on the fence in the background of the picture. It's very cool. I'm going to share that in a video at some point when I'm doing another video about vintage and antique things. So anyway, linger. Life in the country, fleece and quiet. In Virginia, a shepherdess champions organic farm to fashion using the wool of her merino sheep. Gumtree's Farms flock now includes about 200 organically raised merino sheep, who Franny keeps top of mind as she designs. I want the sheep to be proud of what their beautiful wool makes. So cute. Pawhuska, Oklahoma. I know where this is going, because Pawhuska is where the pioneer woman, Ree Drummond, was near where her ranch is, and this mercantilist, she and her husband bought this building and renovated it into a mercantile. Oh yeah, so they even say that. Situated an hour northwest of Tulsa, the capital of the Osage Nation mixes modern draws, howdy Ree, with western roots and historic downtown and an up-close look at life on the prairie. So they kind of talk about her a tiny bit. Oh yeah, and over here they do. So the mercantile, housed in a 120-year-old building, the 25,000 square foot emporium features 2 levels of shopping and dining. After a cowboy breakfast of fried pork chops and a skillet egg scramble, be sure to pick up a free ticket to explore the lodge on Drummond Ranch. Oh wow. Creature comforts. A dog's eye view. A new furry family member encourages writer Sal Figlita, I don't know how to pronounce that, to hit the trails, providing a fresh, four-legged perspective on the outdoors. August, September 2024, Stitch It Yourself. Download our seasonal cross-stitch patterns dreamed up by the digital director Katie Belby at countryliving.com. Cute little cross-stitch. I love cross-stitching, and it is something that I do not do enough of. It's something my grandma taught me how to do when I was 7 or 8. Is when she taught me how to do my first cross-stitch. Gone Fishin'. Featuring an earthy assortment of bracy blues, warm glaze, and rich aubergines, this early 1900s Alabama family cottage proves a house on the water can embrace color without the kitsch. This is very pretty. The white, and then this actually looks like the color of my cupboards and the color that I'm painting my kitchen door. Love that color. Love, love, love it. Piled on pattern, an assortment of plaids, block prints, ticking stripes, and botanicals adds a mixed match of muddy color and nostalgic patterns against the keeping room's dreamy, creamy shiplap walls. Woven window shades, wood accent tables, and a sisal rug bring in warm, natural texture. So this is the kitchen. And this is interesting. What is this room? The kitchen's floor-to-ceiling cabinets and marble-topped island are a warm white, so they don't overpower the small space. Oh, it's a scullery. The new gray-green scullery houses an industrial-sized sink and hard-working appliances to allow the mess of kitchen prep to remain outside of sight. It's a scullery. It's a very pretty green, French gray Pharaoh and ball. So I'm starting to contemplate. I haven't really thought too much about what I want to do with our bedroom because I've been focusing so much on just the main living space of the house. But I'm starting to think about it, and I am thinking that I want to go with green in our bedroom, but it has to be the right green, and really that just has to do with the fact that they say that green is a very relaxing color, and it's a really good color to have in your bedroom. So that's what I'm thinking. Originally I was going to do like gray and purples, and I still might, but we'll see. I'm going to be looking at different greens and different ideas for green bedrooms. And if I find something I like, then I think we might just go with green. But yeah, it's just fun. It's fun to think about and to plan. A case of the blues. The color-drenched living space, the walls, mantel, and trim are all painted the same blue-green hue. It is as immersive as the home's waterfront surroundings. A pair of sofas, including a custom curved one covered in greenish gold, performance velvet, is layered with textiles and spice-toned block prints and stripes. I love the contrast of this blue-green with the red candlesticks. It's very, very cool. Oh, see, this is really pretty. Like, I see this and then I go, well, I don't know. I kind of love my idea of the grays and the purples for our bedroom. You know, yeah, that's hard. So, in the primary suite, a quirky art piece by New Orleans poet and painter Christian Davenport merges Rebecca's love of old landscapes and local artists. So this is Elephant's Breath, Pharaoh and Ball, paint color. Elephant's Breath, that's a fun name. But yeah, oh, that's so hard. Maybe, well, I guess you could do, this painting has a lot of green in it, and it looks really nice. So maybe I can do gray, purples, and greens in our bedroom. We'll see. Schoolhouse white Pharaoh and ball in the bathroom. I really love this for the bathroom. I love this painting. I just love how all of that looks. Sugar high. When a my goodness, I cannot speak. It's kind of late. I've been doing these ASMR videos after everyone else has gone to bed, so I'm a little tired, and it can be a little hard to speak, but okay. Sugar high. When a city-dwelling family flips the script on mountain cabin style antlers, what antlers? At a Lake Tahoe resort known as Sugar Bowl. The result is a Swiss-style retreat full of painted furniture, whimsical wall coverings, and Scandi eye candy. So here we have a hand-painted circa 1700s Hungarian wedding bench. Greets guests at the front door and often holds a mix of vintage ceramics filled with wildflowers. Scandi Spirit. It feels like a hug, Lauren says of the spacious but cozy living room. She wrapped the 2-story space in floor-to-ceiling white oak, expanded a stone hearth for sitting by the fireplace, and livened up things with the peppy fabrics on the sofas and vintage Danish chairs. Her most transformative move, however, was adding the upper window that mimics the one below, providing a magnificent mountain view. Seeing Green, Palmer Green, Benjamin Moore. There's no takeout or food delivery in a roadless Sugar Bowl village, which means the Weisses spend a lot of time around the kitchen's green island. Diamond cutouts give character to the neutral cabinetry, while the sink skirt adds softness. This is pretty. I love this. This little setup right here. A thread of red. Lauren dressed up the simple four-poster canopy bed with an upholstered headboard and a back curtain made from a gingham print sheet and edged in red, a color thread throughout the house. This is pretty green. Oh, that's really cool wallpaper. Fanciful flourishes. Every wall in the Wise's house that isn't clad in white oak is covered in fabric or wallpaper, like the bunk room's scenic forest wall covering. A custom yellow rick-rack style safety rail on the bunk bed reinforces the whimsy. How to do color. Did you know, during the early 1800s, the 19-jigger communities that stretched from Maine to Florida used color in a consistent fashion, with yellow ochre being the preference for painted colors? Did you know the riding room of West Virginia's famed mountain resort, the Greenbrier, features striking deep green walls? Greenbrier Green by Fine Paints Europe. Did you know Haint Blue, a southern porch staple, can be traced to the Gullah Geechee community of the Low Country? They painted this blue-green shade on ceilings to prevent evil spirits called haints from haunting them at night. It's thought to mimic the look of water, which ghosts can't cross. And that I did know. I learned that on a Fixer Upper show. Did you know farmers used to seal barnwood with a protective mixture of oil and ferric oxide rust? The combo helped to prevent decay and resulted in a burnt orange hue that paved the way for the iconic coloring we know today. So that barn red. Did you know Laura Ingalls Wilder wrote her first 4 Little House books in a stone cottage with windows trimmed in this olive green? Tupelo Tree by Sherwin Williams. So here's a green room. Wow, that is a really pretty color of purple. So yeah, I'm still contemplating our little bathroom, our little tiny, tiny bathroom. And I can't decide whether I want this dark, dark, dark blue. And then I see this dark purple, and I just think that dark, dark purple would be really cool too. So yeah, I still have not decided yet what I'm going to do for that. All the wallpaper. Oh, this room is really cute. Very sweet. And see here, this room, I see a little bit of green and purple together. So, don't forget the floors. So they painted these wood floors in a green and white checker. Interesting. Layer on the textiles. A blanket or throw is a low commitment way to bring color to a space, as showcased in this bedroom of textile designer Kathy Nordstrom. Beautiful handmade quilts are a great way to introduce deep saturated color and playful, unexpected combinations. Go vibrant with vintage. Bringing colors in through objects helps a room feel layered and built up over time, says Nicole Salveson of Salveson Graham. With so many collectibles available in a range of colorways, it's easy to do that in a kitchen. So you've got Fiesta ware, you've got Pyrex, which I have Pyrex. I have a lot of old Pyrex. Some of it belonged to my grandma. I've got the enamelware. I don't have any depression glass, and I'm very excited because I just got in the mail, all the way from the UK, my first order of Cornish ware. And I'm going to share that in a video coming up. Absolutely love Cornish ware. Thomas Goodwin Green founded this English pottery factory in the late 1800s, with the iconic stripes debuting in 1924. It's now led by a father-daughter team who use the same Cornish clay and glaze employed since the 1950s. While the blue stripe is the most well-known and most available, the company introduced yellow, gold, and red colorways in the 50s and 60s. But yeah, now you can get different colors. And I got a couple different colors for the things that I bought. So, absolutely love Cornish ware. Okay, mind your millwork. Dial up the wood walls because wood is a key player in bringing the charm. This is really pretty. I definitely love just plain wood, bare wood. This is so cool, this Dutch door. Oh, I want a Dutch door. I told my husband someday I want a kitchen door that's a Dutch door. There's a bunch of paint colors. You've got Coffee Date, India Yellow, Capability Green, Setting Plaster, Vert de Terre, Mount Rainier Gray. Ooh, Mount Rainier Gray. For those who don't know, I grew up in Western Washington and did so much hiking around Mount Rainier. And I absolutely love Mount Rainier. And I definitely miss it. Inshira Blue, Silver Caledon, Arsenic, that's a fun name, Hay, Urbane Bronze, Iron Ore, Lichen, Heritage Red, Delft, Oyster White. Almanac, a seasonal compendium of everyday know-how. Apples. Honor the arrival of apple picking season by crafting a wreath dotted with multiple varieties for a medley of scale and color. Country classics. Rich, saturated colors are back and looking fresher than ever. Wild berries. Got thimbleberries, mulberries, salmonberries, and huckleberries. And huckleberries are ripening here. I have seen people posting that they are going huckleberry picking, and so at least down in the lower elevations. And then when we went and stayed at the Woodland Fairy Cottage, which the video I posted this last Sunday about that, when we went up to hike at Roman Nose Lakes, up at about 6,000 feet, there were a ton of huckleberries. I mean, so many, but they were all still green. So they're still not ripe yet up in the higher elevations. So I really hope we get to go huckleberry picking this year. We'll see. We'll see what happens. There's nothing like wild huckleberries that you picked up in the mountains yourself. Okay. Time for tea. Here are all the recipes. So fresh corn bundt cake, grilled corn and chipotle salsa, chilled corn and dill soup, hibiscus lime cocktail, hatch, chili, and scallion hush puppies, baked mac and cheese with poblanos, green salad with pepitas and queso fresco, slow cooker pulled pork, margarita cheesecake, spiked whipped cream, and fried apple hand pies. And I think we are at the end. Colorful rolls of old coins speak to a lifetime of cultivating crops and communities. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back and just simply flip through the magazine silently so you can hear the pages turning. So I'm not going to speak again in this video. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, share it with someone else you think would enjoy it, and I will talk to you in the next video. But here we go. I'm going to do a silent